Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wild. And today I want to talk about how to use your acceptance rating, to determine your market's sweet spot. Acceptance rating is one of the most overlooked and undervalued ratings in the Doordash system because it really doesn't affect much in a negative way as far as your account goes. Sure, you won't qualify for Top Dasher without a 70% rating. Oh, excuse me. And without a 70% rating, but most people don't care about that anyway. Let's just be real. Some people just think of Top Dasher as a way for DoorDash to have you accept poor orders. And it is. However, there is a way to use acceptance rate to determine your market's money sweet spot. So that way you can make the most amount of money possible. But let me be clear. When I said it didn't affect much in a negative way, it really doesn't. Acceptance rating doesn't affect your status on the platform. You cannot be deactivated for having a low acceptance rating, and you will not be disqualified for other orders for declining low ball orders. So it's not like you're not going to be able to get higher orders just because you're not accepting the low ones. That's not true. There's no need for you to earn your stripes. And DoorDash, and never allow DoorDash's methods of manipulative marketing to affect your understanding of that, because DoorDash will do anything in their power to manipulate you into taking orders that you shouldn't be taking. But you're the best dasher for the job. Oh, but you're going to make the customer wait for their order. But it's going to be sitting on the shelf for a while. Well, you don't think most people would see through that? Yeah, that's what I thought. And second, before we go into exactly how it's done, we need to understand something called the Pareto Principle, aka the 80-20 rule. The 80-20 rule states that 80% of the effect is determined by 20% of the cause, and that's exactly where acceptance rating comes in. 80% of the money that you bring in, it will be from 20% of the orders you receive. So we're going to be using our acceptance rate to determine your market's money sweet spot. Now, I do want to be clear that nothing I'm going to be saying is an absolute. Every market is different, and to allow a room for error, we're going to say that 20% is between 15 and 25, so that way we can allow some room for error. So let's start with step one. Let's start by choosing a number, and that number is going to be the smallest order in dollar value that we accept. Now, you don't need to get too precise with the change. It's $7, $8, $6, whatever that is. But regardless, this is the smallest dollar amount you will accept. Now, you still need to maintain a dollar per mile ratio, which means for every dollar you receive on that order, that is the range in which you can actually drive. So if it's $7, you can go up to 7 miles. Regardless of that, you still need to choose whatever that baseline is. So let's go with 7. The decline now movement says it's 7, so let's go with 7 to appease those who believe in that. Next, we need to keep this number for a week. We need to continuously only take orders for that amount for 1 week. That way we can account for all the week's variables that come in. Weekdays, weekends, all the times that you drive. That's going to be a main factor. Now, you shouldn't run this experiment during holiday weeks. During holiday weeks, it changes the business flow. Business picks up on days off and then drops down on the day after because the week is suddenly shorter for people. So we need a normal, no holiday week in order to run this experiment. Well, this entire process, really. Now, after 1 week, don't worry about the dollar amount. Yes, it matters, but don't worry about it yet. What's your acceptance rating? Is it between 15 and 25%? If it's actually no, the more it's actually more than 25%, it's like 30, 40%. Okay, let's bump it up to 8. Well, if it's less than 15%, you need to bring it down to 6. But if it is still between 15% and 25%, that's the money sweet spot. That's the top 20% of orders you could possibly get. If if you haven't determined the money sweet spot yet and you have to bump it up or down, then you need to run the experiment for another week. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. Must be catching something. And you know what? It actually might be higher than you initially thought, especially if you're in a state like California or New York or Florida or wherever has a very high population with middle class people. It may take multiple attempts. It may take 2 or 3 times running this experiment to figure out what that sweet spot is. And some markets are just going to be naturally paying better than others. But I do want to give you a fair warning. If that money sweet spot is too low for you, for what your standards are, you may need to pursue other opportunities. The truth is, some markets are just not busy enough to maintain a proper lifestyle with DoorDash alone. And there's only so much you can do about it. You may need to look into other opportunities to make up for what DoorDash isn't providing. But nevertheless, I still recommend multi-apping, having more than one avenue to receive orders from. That means signing up for Uber Eats and Grubhub and what have you. Regardless of any of the factors, you need to know what that money sweet spot is, especially if you're planning on using DoorDash as a primary app as opposed to a secondary app. But with that said, that's really it. That's how you determine your money sweet spot. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys next time. Take care.